Hello, my fellow adventurers. This is Mloentje, and welcome back to New World. Are you loving the update and the winter event the same way I do? Because I am really enjoying the hell out of it. It's been so much fun. But yeah, today, before we actually continue with stuff that's happening in the event right now, we do want to look at this machine. So yeah, in the previous episode I kind of mentioned it before that right now we do have a change in our system. We used to have a watermark system that is called the expertise system right now. And the expertise system actually does the same thing the watermark system does. It gives you an estimate amount of gear score where your drops may come from. So by doing certain objectives in the world, certain items may drop from the bosses or the chests that you open or in-game activities that you do, and they have a chance for me at least. So my head right now is at 520 expertise mark, so my head has a chance to drop around 520 and above. And if something would drop above it, then this number would change to the number that it dropped at, giving me a higher expertise score for that head slot. And then basically the next time I get a head slot, I have a chance to again have a higher increase. So right now the amount is, I think the highest increase we have, well, I don't think, I know the highest increase we have, the highest watermark, the expertise we have right now is 600. I did hear something that they were gonna increase it to 620 in the future, but for right now it is 600. So as you can see here, I still have a lot of work to do. And yeah, my life staff is at 511, but I got a 580 drop from Outpost Rush. So I'm really not sure how the hell that can happen. We saw that before. I had a hatchet drop at 550, while my hatchet was like at 530, I think. So yeah, there are drops. They're dropping way higher than the one you actually have. I'm still not sure if that's still the case right now, but it did happen in the previous in the previous patches. So yeah, that's kind of the expertise system that we have right now, that changed the watermark system. And with the expertise system comes this machine, the Gypsum Kiln. And the Gypsum system. Now, the Gypsum system is another way to actually increase your watermark specifically per item that you want to increase it. So it is actually targeted increases that you can do daily. So we used to have a system where you could only, with watermark, you could only get it from going to elite chests. So people were basically like skipping entire mobs to just like lie down behind the the chests, and do a complete run through all the chests. I didn't really want to keep myself busy with that because I basically had too much to record still. But right now in the game, I do believe they removed some of the chests, or moved the chest a little bit, that you can't really cheese all of them anymore. But we have this gypsum system, and this is one of the best ways to actually increase your watermark system. So how does it work? We've got gypsum orbs. Now, where can we get these gypsum orbs? So we've got an obsidian gypsum, and that is dropped from level 60 plus open world named bosses. They are typically found in elite marks. We have the Sapphire Gypsum, that's by defeating the final bosses of the Lazarus Instrumental and the Garden of Genesis, so the two highest expeditions we have right now in the game. Then we have the Emerald Gypsum. Emerald Gypsum are found in Trade Skill Aptitude reward containers, or, as you can see right now, I already have one. And I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about this trade skill aptitude system as well. So the trade skill aptitude system goes as follows. So we used to only be able to level to level 200, and then basically you were done. You were at the highest level of your crafting, or your finding, or your gathering. But if you look right now, after actually getting level 200, we can actually still remain to get XP. And here you can see my level for harvesting is level 1. That means that I reached level 200 and I basically went around completely. Now you can see 3 little bars here, three arrows on this circle around. And every time you hit one of these markers, you actually gonna get one of those Aptitude reward containers. I'll got a clip for that, so I'll show you right now. So yeah, basically every time you get a ding that you got a new level. And on my first ding, while I was actually testing out the new, the Aptitude, the skill Aptitude reward system, I actually got one of these shards, which we are talking about right now. The Emerald Gypsum on my first ding. So it's not only from chests, or it's broken right now, but I got one actually dropping when I actually increased my first quarter or 1/3 of my my level actually. We've also got citrine gypsum. Citrine gypsum are found in the arena caches. Arenas is something we still haven't done yet. I think we've done one while we were leveling, like the little arena where there was like a spawn of a couple dudes that we needed to beat, but I basically couldn't beat them because they were despawning on me, something like that. I'm not sure if you guys remember or seen the episode, but there is high level arenas in here, and it's really good that the developers actually put that into the system, because people were just not running arenas at all. There's also keys that you kind of need to craft to actually be able to go into the arenas, and it's just the reward versus the effort it needs to craft that key wasn't worth it. But now with the gypsum system, not really sure if it's actually happening, but I do believe that now it is worth to actually go into an arena daily. And I'll tell you guys why daily in a second. So the MST gypsum can be found in breach caches. So in breaches, I'm not really sure what they mean with breach. Yeah, there's still a lot I need to figure out in this game, guys. I don't know everything. Rubies are found in outpost rush. So I did 2 outpost rushes today and 2 yesterday. So basically that means I got 4 rubies, and you can get them even if you lose the game. So there is maybe a little bit of a cheese behind it, where you can just like all stand in your base. You do need, from what I heard, you do need to have 1,000 points. So you cannot get gypsum if you don't have 1,000 points. But if you just go out and like kill some mobs and let the other team basically take over all bases so the game ends faster, you can basically farm these out. It's a cheesy way to do it. I would never actually participate in it. I would rather play PvP to win the PvP game. But it's a way that you can do it. And then we got the diamond gypsums. So the diamond gypsums comes with the new event that we have right now, the winter event that we have right now. And they basically come from the first 3 trees that you go to get your caches. So every tree in every settlement, you can go there and you can get caches from them. The first 3 give gold, and then the rest give like the winter marks actually, and they give rep for your reputation for the winter event. And the first 3 give the diamond gypsums. And yeah, that means we can actually craft one. So let's do that right now. So from these 3, we craft 1 gypsum orb. And we can also craft 1 of these from our skill aptitude. So let's craft this one as well. There we go, another gypsum orb. Nice. And as you can see here, can craft in 21 hours and 59 minutes. So there's basically a 22-hour cooldown. Now, I've been talking to some clanmates later on, like asking what do you guys think about the new system and the gypsum system and basically the whole update. And everybody was really, really positive about it. And then I kind of made the remark that the cooldown, like 22 hours, they didn't make it 24 hours because players who can't, it basically makes you log into a specific time of the day. Like tomorrow, basically in 22 hours, I want to log in again because I want to make sure that I crafted this one up, because it has a timer on it. And then Scarecrow, made the comment that he heard from other players as well, like they need to make it reset at midnight. If they reset it at midnight, it doesn't matter which time you log in and which time of the day you log in. You just need to log in once a day, and it doesn't matter when. You just need to log in. Like if you say I'm gonna farm like emerald gypsums the entire weekend, that way I can basically log in every day for 15 minutes and actually like craft this one up to make sure that I do get my increases. So that was a really good train of thought, and I'm really agreeing with that. Like the 22-hour cooldown is not something that can work for everybody. For me, it shouldn't be really an issue, because basically I play every day and I play a lot. But for a lot of other players, this is not a good system. A daily cooldown that resets at midnight would be way better. And then, yeah, we got the diamond ones, and then the last ones is the topaz. And the topaz, they can be found on hostile creatures level 55 plus, but only after consuming a special attunement potion that can be crafted at a tier 5 camp. Now, I heard that the requirements to make this potion is actually pretty specific and costly, and that a lot of people are saying that it is not worth going for the topaz, because basically the attunement potion is too costly. Now, what do we do with these, well, gypsum orbs? Well, below here, you can actually see gypsum amulet cache, a bow cache, a chest gear cache, earring cache, footwear cache. And this means that if we would make, which one is the one I want to work on first? Basically, I kind of want to work on my off parts. So if we look at our inventory right now, what you can gather from the open worlds is basically the armors and the weapons. I do believe now that there is a higher chance that mobs and bosses and chests will spawn rings as well, because before, only in specific locations you could actually farm out rings, and it was really hard to get your watermark up for your ring. Like, it was really hard to do that. So I think I'm gonna specifically start working on these 3 first before I work on my weapons and or my gear. And why is that? Because I already have a pretty good, like a really good life staff, like a really good one. And these are the hardest to actually upgrade in the game, to get to level 600. Everybody agrees on that. Like, it is the hardest part of the game to upgrade your accessories. So I'm gonna actually do that first. So we're gonna go into this one, and then we got the amulet one. So if I craft one up right now, I make a gypsum amulet cast, and then I'm gonna continue. And it also has a cooldown, which is again not really good. Like, I have 3 of those. If I want to craft 3 and I do the farm, I should be able to craft 3. Like, not really a fan of this. I didn't know that this would have a cooldown as well. But yeah, as we want to work on our accessories, and there are 3 of them, so I'm gonna do the earrings as well. I thought you would be able to focus on one specific one. So we're gonna continue to craft, and then footwear, great axe, hatchet, headgear, ice gauntlets, leg, life staff, musket. So there is one for everything. And here we got the ring, gypsum ring cast. Let's craft this one as well. Go. Continue, and then we go out. So now we have these 3 boxes. So if we open the box, we get a guaranteed uncommon gold ring and a guaranteed upgrade. So it's always gonna give a ring with an upgrade, and that is what the gypsum system is all about. It is guaranteed upgrades. And that's why you kind of want to go for every one of the gypsums that you can per day, because it's gonna help you increase to that max level 600 like way better than the previous system ever would. And that is globally the entire thing around the new system, the new expertise system, and the new gypsum system. Now if we go away, you can actually see on screen ring jewelry expertise 503. So even if you go out and you start farming bosses or random mobs, which can still give you the upgrades, like it is the gypsum system isn't the only way. Before, the only way was to kill stuff, but not everybody likes to kill stuff 24/7. Like, some people just like to gather, some people just like to run expeditions, some people just love to craft up stuff. There are gatherers, crafters, there's all types of gamers out there. And not everybody likes to, like, kill 24/7 the same boss over and over again just to get their watermark up. With this system, everybody can do a little bit of what they want. You can go into expeditions and get gypsum orbs there to actually get there, or you can get drops from the expedition bosses. You can gather and get the gypsum orbs there and still get a guaranteed upgrade. Like, this gypsum system is amazing, but the timers, the cooldown timers, they need to change. Like, it's the only thing I'm thinking. So we have one more left. And as we did all three, I am gonna work on my light staff, of course. So let's craft this one up as well. Yeah, I'm not a fan that you can't... Like, if it would be, all 4 of these would be used as amulet casts. So I can get my amulet level 600 and then start working on my earrings. And then start working on my rings. And then start working on my light staff. Like... finish off one by one, that you can go like really specific into it, but apparently you kind of can't, because there is a cooldown on it, and you're gonna get more gypsum orbs per day, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So you can make 8 a day. That means that 8 pieces of this gear you can upgrade, instead of having like 1 amulet upgraded 8 times. I don't know if it makes sense, but for me it kind of makes sense. And then, yeah, if we check out the other boxes, so we're gonna open this one as well. So life staff now for me is 515. We've got an old amulet 504. So you could see with the what was it, the earrings, they were an upgrade of 3 points. Now this amulet is actually an upgrade of 4 points. So it's not a steady marker. There is still a little bit of like RNG on how much of an increase you're gonna get. And well, let's check out. So yeah, for the earrings, we even got only level 2. So we only got the 2 upgrades. And yeah, you basically get earrings for it. So you might actually get better earrings than the ones you already hold. And yeah, we also, like I said before, expertise for the life staff went up. There we go. I love this sequence. Expertise amulet, bam. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, like I said, guys, I love this entire patch. Like, this patch is so good for the game. Like, so good. And then the last thing we kind of need to check out are, well, the packages. So I talked about the so if we go to the gathering or such, I talked got the hiccups from talking too much and not breathing enough, I think. So we got like the little arrows here. So basically every time you hit an arrow, you get a box. And when you hit the first arrow, let me go back into our inventory, we get a parcel of harvesting materials. So it's a 1 star. The second time you hit an arrow, you get a crate, a 2 star. And the third time, you actually get a 3 star. Now, I'm not really sure, because there are 4 stars above it, how you actually are going to be able to get a 4-star cache. But I think that's basically how it works. So let's open this one. And we get some loot, a legendary blister weave times 6, a vial of suspended azot, really nice. Let's open the next one, the tier 2. Yeah, look at that. Scale cloth 5, blister weave 4. Some more uncommon materials, legendary materials, really nice. And then the last one, 6 rewards. So steel botanist charm, vials of suspended azot, legendary blister weave 5, legendary scale ward 10, azot again, and a stem. So yeah, these caches are really good. Like, they're really good. Like, holy crap, I didn't expect them to be that good. We are gonna trash this one though. And dexterity, constitution, what is it? Focus, constitution, dexterity, constitution, focus, strength. So yeah, we are gonna trash these 3 as well. And my mining gear is still kind of broken. So yeah, but yeah, that's I've been talking for a long time, guys. I've been talking for a really long time. That's basically all I wanted to talk about how the new expertise system works and how the new gypsum system works. And again, I'm a really, really big fan. This is wonderful for the game, wonderful for the player base. Now they can semi-specifically, like not completely specifically, but semi-specifically actually target the loot they want to make sure that increases first. And yeah, you don't wanna do your gear, because a head will always be a head. If it's a heavy, or if it's a medium, or if it's a light one, it doesn't matter. Head is always gonna be head. If you get a head upgrade, it's always gonna be head. Simple as that. For the weapons, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult because there's a lot of weapons. So if a life staff drops, it's gonna be life staff. If it's an axe, it's gonna be an axe. But there's a lot of weapons. So this is actually the easiest one to get up. After this one, then this is gonna be the second hardest, and then the hardest out of all to get up are gonna be these three. So I would suggest that if you actually work with the gypsum system, that you work on these three first, at least to level like 580 or something like that. That's basically what I want to go for. Like I think at around 580, that's the time you also want to go start running Lazarus and Garden of Genesis, because at that time you basically have a chance to drop like level 600 legendary gears. Like we have this legendary ancient fishing pole, but then for gears and weapons and all the rest that is basically in here. Yeah, like I said, that is all I want to talk about, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here and sit my ass down like I always do. If you want to see more of my quest progression on my Let's Play here in New World, just hit that subscribe button. Yeah, my mouth is getting just way too dry from talking like 20 minutes straight. But yeah, I really appreciate it if you would subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.